The nationwide lockdown has entered 16th day. The Assam police is on the front line as far as the war against COVID-19 is concerned, not only implementing the lockdown across the state, maintaining the law and order situation, but also helping people in distress. We are joined by ADG of Assam Police, Harmeet Singh, who has been monitoring the control room as far as the entire situation in the state is concerned. So, what is the update as far as lockdown violation in the state is concerned?
See, Anirudh, you are aware that we are following a two-pronged strategy. One is clearly to enforce the lockdown in the firmest way possible. There are no exceptions to the lockdown because, as I have said earlier, that the lockdown is not for any individual. It is for humanity as a whole. And what we want is people to follow individual social responsibility. Each individual is responsible not only for himself, his family, for his community, for society, for the state, even for the entire world. So to follow this, you're aware that we have partly come down with a strong hand, what some people called a heavy hand. So we've had, if I can tell you some statistics, let me just pull them up. We've had about 1,160 incidents till 12 o'clock today of lockdown violations. 1,296 people have been arrested. 6,660 vehicles of different kinds have been detained. 17 boats have been detained. And 618 cases have been registered, while the fines collected amount to more than 25 lakhs. So this is one part of the strategy, which is to ensure that the lockdown is in place. But when the lockdown is in place, we also realize that people are in distress. And as we are very much a part of Team Assam, being led by the Honorable Chief Minister, who has said that everyone must ensure that every family is looked after. So we've taken it upon ourselves to provide relief. Now, given the fact that we are more than 61,000 strong and out on the ground, it is easy for us to reach out to the people. So, as you said, control room, my younger colleague Anand Tiwari and I are looking after whatever is happening on the response front. So, while we have 13 helplines running, we also have helplines running on all social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter. We are providing food across the state, essential commodities, medicines to people, and those, not only those who reach out to us, but otherwise also to those who are underprivileged. We are also looking after stray animals, both canines, cats, simians, stray cows. So we are trying to reach out as much as possible.
Coming on to one fact that you spoke about, the social media front. It is saying that at this time of social media connectivity, rumor or fake news spreads like a bushfire. So the Assam police have been keeping a close watch on the social media platforms too. You have a cyber dome in place in the state, which is very, very sophisticated, gazetted, but in order to monitor the situation. How many cases of fake news and such rumor mongering has been traced so far?
Anirudh, here too, our strategy is twofold. First is that we must reach out to the people and sensitize them on what the guidelines are, what they need to do, and how they can help each other and the world at large and society to ensure that there is no community spread of the virus. So number one is our sensitization campaign. Just to give you an example, you'll be surprised to know that as of today morning, the sensitization campaign and our reach just on Facebook is 14 million. So you can imagine the kind of reach we have just on Facebook. I'm not talking of Twitter, I'm not talking about Instagram, I'm not talking of YouTube where our videos are up. I'm not even talking about WhatsApp, where whatever we are saying is also being sent out on WhatsApp down to our last personnel, who are then distributing it to everybody in their personal groups so that fake news doesn't spread. Now coming down to fake news, we have a team of more than 50 boys and girls who are consistently monitoring what is coming up in different platforms. Any kind of fake news offensive post, abusive post that can spread panic among society or heighten passions or give anxiety to people is being looked at. So another way to explain this to you is to give you the statistics. So we've till now registered, let me just see, 59 cases and 35 people have been arrested. Apart from this, more than 130 people have been counseled and more than 150 posts have been deleted or pulled down. We've also written directly to Facebook and Twitter to take action against some of the pages which are spreading all kinds of fake rumors. So I think we've been pretty successful because in the earlier days we saw a bit of a spurt, but right now we've seen a complete downtrend, and I think people have realized that forwarding anything is not really good. So through your channel, I would like to request everybody, even if you see something that is fake, even if you see something that is offensive, and you understand that it is fake or offensive, kindly don't forward it to your own friends saying, see, this is offensive or this is fake. Just nip it in the bud, stop it right there and report to us, or if you stay in other parts of the country, to the police there. We will take care of the person who is spreading fake news.
You talked about counseling. The Assam Police has also opened helpline in association with the Guwahati Medical College Hospital Psychiatric Department, providing counseling to people who are in distress because of the lockdown. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, Anirudh, the other day, you see, we're having regular meetings. So during a meeting, our Honorable Chief Minister mentioned that people are feeling anxious. There is a kind of, situation is so abnormal that staying inside the house is not easy, especially for the older people. So then we got in touch with the Guwahati Medical College Psychiatry Department. In fact, one of their doctors made the first move, Dr. Maithili, and we have now 6 medical health professionals online with us. We have 6 helplines running, and these helplines are providing counseling to people who ring them up. We are getting almost like about 100 calls a day, and they counsel them on the telephone, and wherever it is felt that those people need further help, we are facilitating their being brought to the hospital or being taken to a doctor so that they can get more help. So we are also trying, as I said, to ensure what the Honorable Chief Minister wanted, that is that people with anxiety and things. So we are trying to do our bit. The doctors are there. As I said, we are very much a part of Team Assam. It's not as if, the police is working separately. We are standing shoulder to shoulder with the doctors, the transport officials, the food and civil supplies officials, the sanitation workers. So we are there on the front line trying to help everybody. And that is exactly what I think everybody in the country should do. Stand united at this point and help the country overcome this virus.
You had earlier mentioned about helping people in distress, also sending medicines to some people who cannot come out, especially older ones who are at home. And in fact, if I am not wrong, before the lockdown was announced, then also as the Assam Police made an appeal that if someone's parents is staying alone, then the Assam Police will be helping them in each and every step. So can you just elaborate on how many people you have reached as far as these demands for medicines and other essentials are concerned?
Anirudh, you're right. Actually, we also have a helpline running for people who live outside the state and have elderly parents who are alone over here, and they need any kind of essentials or anything, medicines. So one is that we are getting calls on that helpline, where I think if you take an average, it's about across the state about 12 to 13 calls we get or messages we get of people wanting us to reach out to their parents. In fact, in one case in Jorhat, they only wanted us to go and meet the parents and reassure them that everything is available. We've done that kind of thing. When you talk only of medicines, there was a cancer patient in Kachar who did not have the right medication. Similarly, there was another patient in Sibsagar who did not have the right medication. So we ensured that we sent vehicles from Guwahati with the medication. In fact, yesterday, someone contacted us on Twitter saying that medicine is not available in Namrup. And that message on Twitter went to SP Dibrugarh, who within 3 minutes replied saying, man has bought the medicine in Duliajan and he is traveling to Namrup to give it. So reach out to us. We will try and do our best, and we will ensure that help reaches you. Our individual officers are responding. Our DGP is himself taking calls. We are getting messages on his Twitter handle, on his telephone. We are responding to those. GP Singh, our ADG Law and Order, you've seen, is getting messages on Twitter all the time. He is ensuring, yesterday he ensured ambulances to take people to the hospitals. So, you know, we are there, we are out there as a team. And as I said, it's Team Assam, it's Team Assam Police. We are all working on this together, and we are there for the people.
My last question to you. All measures had been taken by the Assam Police, social media sensitization and all the aspects that you have been looking after. Have there been any downtrend in the number of lockdown violations from day 1 till day 16th?
Yes, certainly there's a downtrend. People are sensitized, and in fact, I must say that the people are behaving very maturely. And you roam around possibly as much as the police does. In fact, the police is in fixed pickets. You're all over the city. You've seen that people are in Guwahati, in other towns. People are following the lockdown. There are some people who still don't understand, who still come out, so we have to take a case. But taking a case is the last step. So if I mentioned a number of cases to you, you can understand that there is about at least 5 to 6 times that amount of people who have been requested to just go back and not break the lockdown. So I think in all it's working. Not only that, we are also, lockdown doesn't mean you send everybody back. So all essential services, medical services, grocery delivery, vegetable delivery, we are facilitating all of that also.
Thank you for looking to us. This was the top brass of the Assam Police, giving a clear picture on the lockdown situation in Assam and a clear appeal from the Assam Police that stay home, stay alert. If you are in any need, just reach out to Assam Police. They are always there to help you out. With video journalist Asoka, I am Anirudh Dhavakat, and this is Republic Media Network.
Hello everyone, I'm Ridhim Anand Bhardwaj. Thanks for checking out Republic World. If you would like to watch more show highlights and live coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the Republic World News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.